Hi, it's Miles from 600miles.com. Today's project is taking the engine out of this car. I've only got like an hour to get it out because the owner of the car is coming to pick up the motor, take it back home. Always have a flat tire, pump up. And then you got to take everything loose from under the hood that's attached to the engine that's holding the engine in. Unplug this wire, take that off. Don't forget the speedometer cable that's down at the bottom, and preferably drain the oil. And the two wires for the reverse switch and the clutch cable, which is on this side. You need a 12. Box wrench, open end wrench. Take this bracket off that's holding the cables, or take out the cables. This one's jacked. Cables are stuck in it. Here we go. To speed things up a little bit, use one of these guys with a 3/8 adapter or whatever size socket you got. The carburetor is a 10mm. And when I'm putting them out, I just put the bolts right there, but I'll collect them up later. Unplug the carb solenoid. And this just pulls with a slot, just pulls straight out. This one too. Slot pulls out. And if you get good at this, or you have a lot of air tools and stuff, you can get this job done in about an hour. Unplug the carb from the vacuum advance, and then the carb is off. Put that somewhere safe. Usually I just leave the cables on and set the carburetor and everything over here, but I'm not going to put this engine back in. Now this is a 1970 or 71. It's got a different hose on it. It's got this little hose. You got to take the exhaust off. It's also a 12. Unless somebody put a 13 up, 12. There's a bolt and a nut. These are all rusty, so they'll be getting replaced anyway. But there's a special part on here. On the 1970, there's a special piece. I didn't see it fall out though. It's a little wedge-shaped piece. You might need a flex joint to get the back one out. I'll get it from the bottom when I take the wheels off. I'm working in gravel, which is not terribly handy. So it's jacked up and it's got jack stands under it. I found this thing somewhere. Can you believe that? Come on, unloosen. If you say unloosen it, it means tighten. The jack stands are just sitting there. And the owner wants his wheels back. Then you want to run around and spray things. So I'm going to take the bolt out here. So I'm going to spray the stuff just so that the thing moves when I'm. The thing is called a knuckle. Anyway, I spray it there. On the other side. when I take the calipers loose, I hang them on an S-hook on the spring so I don't have to disconnect the brake system. I'll let the car down a little bit because I want to shove the board under farther. Here's the S-hooks for the calipers to hang on. The board just makes it everything easier to work on the gravel. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is take the calipers loose. You got to turn the steering wheel one side or the other so you can get to the bolts. There's two 14mm bolts back here. Use a 1/2" ratchet with a 14 and an extension. Reach back there like you know what you're doing and unscrew these guys. If you live in Black Widow country, blow it out with air first. So both the bolts are out. Just pull it straight backwards over the rust and hang it up on the hook. Steering wheel on this thing's broken, so every time I turn it, it hits the door panel. I'm working on the right side now. I already got the bolts loose, so I'm just taking them out. Yeah, steering wheel. Better than nothing, I guess. Take it out. About 2 inches, 2.5, like I said. All right, then pry this off. These I would just cut the hoses because hoses are rotten. But then you got brake fluid dripping all over the place. It's not fun either. Hate brake fluid running down my arm. Wow, stuff's really gotten rusty since 1981 when I first started. There it is. You gotta take out the shift pin. It's underneath that boot. The bolt head's in here too. You gotta get the subframe bolts out. Pull the boot. Oh, disgusting. I gotta pull the boot back. And then find an 8mm bolt. Preferably up there, it goes in gear. Put in first gear. Now my head's gonna be in the way. There's a pin right here. Knock the pin out with the 8mm bolt. Don't drop it. You'll get lost in your carpeting. And then take the shifter off and push this all the way in so it doesn't get stuck on the body when you're dropping the motor out. So here's where the bolts are. There's one there, there's one on this side. Duct and your hose clamps. Speedo cable is off. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, you can do one of two things. You can drop the motor on the ground and then jack the body up off of the motor, or you can jack the car up 21 inches. It's got 21 inches in the front to clear. The Honda 600 is so light you only need half a jack handle. As long as it's got the stock muffler on it, it'll all pull out. Okay, one piece. There's a jack up under the setter. Now I'm going to go to the center of the motor, because that's where it's balanced. And then just set the jack there. And then pick out the 4 bolts holding in the subframe. Yeah, shove the bolt up. to be in the way. I'm going to lower that thing. The ones in the front you can hold with a wrench into that hole. Which I guess I'll have to. It's 14. If it's a coupe, it could be a 17. Right there. Oh, that's all rusty in there. Wow, that is rusty. I might have to sawzall this one. Right. Don't forget to wear your eye protection and your hearing aids, hearing mufflers. Piece of junk. And I got rust in my eyes. Alright, now what we're going to do next is start lowering the engine. Hey, that thing's hot. And when you're lowering the engine, you need to be pounding on this knuckle over here. Alright, now lower the motor. No, I didn't pull the bolts free from the subframe. Okay. Now they're out. Alright, we're just going to load this down a little bit. Wires right here. There's 3 whites and a white with a black stripe. It goes to the stator. Don't forget to take those out. And then there's 2 more. These are the brushes. There's a black and a white with a red stripe. Those are the brushes. Preferably a big hammer, bigger than this one. And you hit it right here on top of this flat. So those pop off. That's pretty much the only thing that's holding the motor in still. It's so dark on this side. Alright, so now everything's loose. But you still want to look around and make sure. So here it comes. You still got the clutch cable stuck in there. Guide it with your hand. So you can balance it around. And here's where you need the 21 inches. I don't have it yet. You're gonna hit the motor. Alright, now these are special bolts. They're 55 millimeter, and they got 2 hash marks on the top. You can see 2 hash marks. That's specifically for the fan. I only had 1 bolt holding the fan on. There we go. Alright, now clutch cable's out. It's right there. Now we gotta jack the body up and get the motor out. Or if you got a couple strong people, you can just lift it up and drag the motor out. If you have 2 floor jacks, put a board that spans the whole width of the car. And your extra jack, this one seems to leak. Just jacked it all the way up, and there you go. Up yet? Almost. Ooh, oh, that's really close. You notice when you're doing this, it's coming towards you. You get into there and you sneaky peek this thing out of there. Okay. So here it is out of the car. And as I said, it's got a coupe valve cover on it. I said that in my other video, and if you didn't see it, go watch it. It was the Make It Run video. And here's where the engine number is. It's underneath all this goo here. And what you want to do is scrape off the goo and see which motor you got. And they're all going to say N600E. There's the E right there. Ooh, look, it's a coupe motor. Oh, this guy got so lucky. Just doesn't have a tach drive on it. See, the way you can tell is the coupe motor, N600E, 2.5 means coupe. It's fully synchronized transmission. And it usually has a tach drive. This one doesn't have it. Now, early sedan, like this sedan would be a N600E 1.0 means non-synchro. 1.5 synchro sedan, so no tach drive either. So 1.0 no tach drive, and tach drive is only on a coupe anyway. Now, this is the early exhaust too. I was telling you about that in the other video. It's got the clutch cover with the extension on it here, and the two studs that stick through the cover. So if you're doing a clutch on this thing, it's a real pain. So you got to get all the exhaust, the whole exhaust has to come off. Doing it on a later model, you just take this pipe off, which is that much longer, then take off the clutch cover and do your clutch and put it back together.